Hi folks, I'm Dan Lovato. I am the chef de cuisine over here at the Dining Commons, and I'm going to show you a little bit about knife safety today. As you can see, we've got a number of different knives out here. It's kind of splayed out just so you can see that there are different knives for different jobs. So this is what's called a steel. This will help you hone the edge of the blade. It's not a sharpener as some people call it, but it will help bring the edge back to the knife. This is a paring knife. This is a knife that's used for like trimming meats. This is a serrated knife. This is good for trimming or cutting bread. This is a Santoku style knife. It's got a scalloped edge, so this is good for cutting vegetables. That's more of an Asian style knife. I like to use those a lot on things. This is your very common kind of 7 to 8 inch chef knife. This is probably going to be your workhorse right here. This is the knife that you're going to probably use more often than not. And if you've got bigger items like say a watermelon or something that you're going to need a little bit extra heft to get through, you're going to use a knife like this. Remember that there's a tool for every job, and you're not going to be cutting watermelon with a knife like this, and you're not going to be cutting baby carrots with a knife like this. So just remember that there is a tool for every job. So one of the things is with a knife, it's always best to have a sharp knife. If you feel like your knife is not sharp, talk to one of the cooks or chefs that are on campus, and they can sharpen a knife for you. They might show you how to use a steel, but probably leave that to the professionals until you're very much more comfortable with a knife. This is something that you can utilize for the rest of your life, unless you plan on getting real rich and having your own personal chef. But some of us don't have that opportunity, or some of us just really like cooking. So this is what I'm going to use to cut this potato. Like I said, 7 to 8 inch chef knife. Very, very standard size, very good weight on this. When you pick it up and you're going to cut things, you want to make sure you're not holding it like this. You're not going to hold it like this. You're not going to hold it like this. And you certainly don't want to hold it like that. That is the absolute wrong thing to do. Your hand should always be behind on the knife comfortably, but you want to be able to use your knife kind of like this and pivot with it. So it's easy to pick it up like this, just between your thumb and forefinger or index finger, and kind of be able to utilize it like this and manipulate it. You're going to have a lot more luck with it, and if you do things like this when you're cutting, you're really going to actually wear out your tendons in your arm. So holding our knife properly like so, what we're going to do is we're going to take the item that we're going to cut, and what we always want to do, and I should have told you this beforehand, see how I got this gloved hand right here? Think like Michael Jackson, you got to have the gloved hand. There's a knife in your hand, there's a glove in your hand. They go hand in hand, get it? So I've got my cut glove underneath, and I've got my regular latex glove over that so that it doesn't get grungy and you know, you don't want that coming into contact with the food. These can be washed, obviously your gloves are disposable. So, cut glove on hand, knife in hand, properly holding knife. What you want to do is you want to take whatever you're cutting, make sure it's in a comfortable position for you. Move the item around you, not you around the item. Okay? So I use the kind of 3-finger claw technique. I'm going to put my 3 fingers there. That's going to hold it steady. I tuck my pinky and my thumb behind that. And I'm going to make sure that that's not going to wobble around on me. So for something like a potato, sometimes it's easier to just kind of nick a little bit off the back, and now my potato's not going to go anywhere. So that can just be a little scrap. And now, say I want to cut this in half, go down like this, and you're just going to go easy through it. You're going to use the knife tip as kind of going to be like your pivot point. You're going to bring the heel of the knife down. That's where the weight of the knife is, and that's going to be able to cut that so you're not really utilizing a ton of arm strength. Then you can move your items around a little bit. See, what I'm doing is I'm placing my knife tip on the front of the board there, and I'm bringing it down. I kind of like to think about it almost like it's a pivot motion, just like this. So when you're chopping things, you're going to be used to kind of making this motion. Notice how the knife is not leaving the top, or I'm sorry, the top of the knife is not leaving the board. That's going to allow you to have control over what you're cutting. It's going to allow you to make nice even cuts, and you're not going to be bringing it up and over your hand. So when you get close to your fingers like this, see how I'm utilizing kind of my front knuckle there to help kind of guide me and push the knife, and I'll move my fingers back and kind of stay like that. So again, your knife should not really be going above your knuckles, again, unless you're cutting something larger, which at that point you're going to kind of have it pivoted and then move it down like this, and you'll put your hand on the back of the knife with your thumb way back so you're not going to hurt yourself at all. So now we've just made some nice little diced potatoes there. There are obviously different various techniques you can use with a knife. You can cut it thinner, and you can cut it again and make the little batonets if you want to trim something. If you're going for smaller cuts. But again, it's always the same kind of technique, whatever you're doing, whether it's a larger cut or a smaller cut, you're going to be making use of the knife with the tip down. And notice when I take things off the blade, I'm scraping it down away from myself. I'm not going into the blade like that, because that's how you hurt yourself. And again, if you're doing this at home, you're probably not gonna have a cut glove at home. It's not a bad idea. They got them on Amazon for like $8. But if you want to utilize this and learn this skill, it's great to be able to know how to do it without the cut glove when you're at home. But when you're at work, you gotta wear the glove.